So I'm good at like not saying when there's something up, even though sometimes you can tell something's up, and sometimes I'll admit to little things being up with me. I don't always admit the full extent or everything, because sometimes it's just easy to try and ignore things, and then I also feel like once you've told someone, you can't take it back, and then they'll want you to talk about it, and then talking about it isn't always the right thing to do. So I am struggling, and that's why I'm trying to keep myself going to the shop every day and like not having bed rest, because I know if I have bed rest I won't want to leave my bed again for a long time, and I've done that a lot. Like last October, like I just slept on my sofa for weeks crying because of something that happened, and it was hard. That's why I did the daily vlogs, because I had to start doing something, and even though I wasn't necessarily doing anything interesting, I was just talking to camera like I am now, even though you can't see me because it's dark. It was just something to just stop me from lying there crying all the time, because I didn't want to keep doing it, but that's how I felt. And you know, there was times when I would have said absolutely everything on this channel. Well, I never ever said absolutely everything, but you know, I would get so upset. I was doing live videos and putting them straight up. I did that last night. I've not even watched that video, so I don't know what I've said, but I'm trying to not do that anymore. But it's difficult because there are things going on, and there's things that have gone on, and I don't know what to do anymore, because I just feel like it's never going to stop. But I feel like if I say something, it definitely won't stop and it'll get worse. So I don't know what to do. I've like getting myself out of a stressful situation of that job, and now it's like my personal life. Like I've made some really stupid decisions based on what people have said to me in the past, because I felt like that's the right thing to do, and it's not been the right thing to do. And I don't know, like I don't want to be in that position again, but I don't know what else to do. And I know I'm not even making sense, because I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to be back to where I was a year ago. I can't do it again. I can't do what someone wants me to do, because ultimately I look like the idiot. I just want an easy life, and there's not such a thing as an easy life, but I just want everything that's happened to just unhappen or go away from my mind. Or like, how can you unmeet someone who won't leave you alone? Like how? Like, it's like I once said in a video, I feel like this is not reality and this is one giant nightmare, because how can this be reality? What's going on? How? I just feel like I'm in a nightmare constantly, and no one understands. No one can see it. No one knows. It's just me. And I'm sat here cold. I just don't know what I'm meant to do anymore. I mean, right now I don't feel like I have anything left to live for. Like, I've got nothing. I honestly, the only thing the one thing that stops me from killing myself is my dad. That's the one thing because I do too much for him and it's expected of me, which stresses me out, and I feel like I shouldn't have to live my life for him. But at the same time, I can't let go and I can't leave him to defend for himself, because, you know, he's going to end up burning the house down or something, and that's what stops me. But that's the only thing that stops me. I have nothing else that stops me. And I keep thinking I've lived all my life for him. I've done everything he's wanted. I do everything to make his life easier. And I just want one thing for me, and that one thing is to not be here anymore. That is really how I feel. And I wish I could be selfish enough to just do it and let him fend for himself, because I've given up most of my life for him. I've done what he wants. I've given up on what I want to do for a career. I've given up on having a life because he wants me there, doing what he wants me to do. And it frustrates me that I've given up my life for him and he doesn't appreciate what I do for him, and he treats me like crap and he expects everything from me. And I stay alive just for him, just to be this person for him. And I don't want to do it anymore, and I wish I was selfish enough to give up and to just end my life, because I just want to end this. It's just constant. It's just constant all the time. I just want some peace, and I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna get it. It is. That's how I feel now. It's the only way I'm gonna get any peace. It's horrible.